We missed all of that because you were frozen. He's frozen. Me being middle-aged.
We got the gist.
Yeah. So it may be that the corporation could use their good offices to help to facilitate the development of the Twinning Association, which is actually supposed to be part of a tripling association with we missed all of that because Williamsburg, I believe, or
Jamestown.
Jamestown, yeah. So that's certainly something that ought to be looked at. I mean, maybe that's something we can bring into facilitate the governance, I guess, between the tripling and the twinning to develop those relationships. Sorry, Mayor. I'm sure you didn't hear any of that. We missed all of that.
We heard it.
Froze again. We got the gist.
You don't hear me?
No.
Going in and out. I just want to say I've been enlightened about this little conversation already about Lyme Regis and whatnot, and hopefully we can do something to get things back on track.
Yeah, it's a great idea because they're very different places. I think the only thing we have in common is that we're all on the water. Because Lyme Regis is very different from St. George's. Very different.
In what respect? Because I found it just the same.
We missed all of that.
Well, it's all up and down. It's all uphill and downhill, right onto the water.
Oh, you're talking about the infrastructure, but I'm talking about the people, the businesses. They have the same kind of I guess invitedness or lack of invitedness if you wasn't born in Lyme versus somebody that moved in there 2 years ago versus, and St. George's is the same way. They have various shops. They don't open early. They don't stay open late. It's very similar from that aspect, except that the beach at Lyme is right there in the town, whereas our beach, you have to walk a little ways to get over to Tobacco Bay and the other beaches around. But the beach is right at the town, so the traffic is, in terms of foot traffic, is right there. Once they come down for the beach, because that's why they're coming there, for the beach. And then the business can capture that captive audience if they have the right product or merchandise to sell.
So, Mr. Mayor, I was suggesting that we bring it's frozen again. Mr. Mayor, I was suggesting that we bring the whole question of the twinning and the tripling into governance to try to bridge what's going on between Bermuda and Lyme Regis, and to offer advice to the Twinning Association to keep that relationship alive. But I take it you heard none of that.
Muted,
I was muted, man. I'm not muted. No,
did you hear what I said?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if it's for us as a corporation to kind of manage that relationship from that perspective, because the Twinning Association is its own Twinning Association. So I would say, firstly, the best course of action would be to actually join the Twinning Association and then exert your influence from that perspective from within the Twinning Association. They're looking for a president. I think it'd be a good fit.
Oh. I have no desire whatsoever to join any other groups beyond what I currently belong to, number one. And number two, I think we have an interest. I'm just saying that I think we have an interest in developing that relationship. And the other thing is, I don't really have much in common with them. Like, philosophically or politically or anything like that. And I want to avoid entering into those kind of relationships. But, I just am trying to see what we can do to facilitate helping them along in whatever relationship they choose to have. And be, for example, they can't really, I don't think, manage an exchange program of any sort, but an exchange program might be something that the corporation can involve itself in, or seeing whether there could be a scholarship for somebody to study at the boat building academy in Lyme Regis and things of that nature, just to keep the relationship going, so.
I mean, we can initialize a conversation. I don't know if it's appropriate to kind of sit it in governance. And again, it's like I said, they're their own entity. So I mean, do we we're gonna say we're gonna help you but not help you, or we're gonna help you but I think the most immediate impact for the Twin Association is to actually improve both of the membership, and then from there anything else is possible. I mean, come on now, when I go to Lyme Regis, I'm the young black guy amongst a sea of older, lighter green people. But they are lovely people, and they are welcome me with open arms, and they're genuine people, and you have a great appreciation for them. And that's why I keep going back, because they're just lovely.
I agree, they are lovely. They're nice. They're very hospitable.
And the one thing that I appreciate more than anything else about them is the fact that they have this undying, unyielding love and loyalty for Bermuda and St. George's in particular. That is the part that really hits home to me the most. They have plaques around. They have pieces from St. George's and donations in their museum from us and whatnot, and they have this parade, and they're waving Bermuda flags and all of that stuff. All right, but we're going around in a circle right now. We can digest this and talk about this at our committee levels. Councillor Chu?
Yeah, I was just going to say that this conversation we had just now hopefully has opened doors up already, because this is a general meeting in the public anyway. So I think we've all learned a lot. Thanks.
All right.
Awareness to it.
Thank you very much. So, Councillor Roberts, any other business?
Not at this time, sir. No.
Councillor Butterfield, any other business?
Not at this time.
Councillor Swan, any other business?
No, Mayor.
Councillor Christopher, any other business?
No.
Councillor Dowling, any other business?
I just want to say a big shout out to the workers of the corporation, especially during the Seafood Festival. They were out when many people were still asleep, working hard, getting the town ready for it. A special thank you to Ms. Foggo. She worked hard with it as well. And also to the activities committee. You guys did a bang up job, and really appreciate that.
Thank you. Okay. By any other business is real. It's like we've had a lot going on in the past month from our last meeting. We've had 2 hurricanes. We've had our sovereign monarch pass away, and then we We got our new king. It's just been a lot going on. We also have leadership challenges coming up next month. And we have our events going on. Peppercorn is October 12th. Those that have invitations, your invitation will be honored. From April's invitations, if you can make it. Just want to encourage the council to put on their Sunday best and morning suits, and ladies that are gonna participate, your dresses and whatnot. And that's all I have for any other business. Does anyone wish to propose that we adjourn the public segment of this meeting?
Can I interrupt for 1 second with some, I guess, breaking news? Not breaking
Yes,
news,
ma'am.
it's just to make the councillors aware and the general public. So I apologize for the late notice, but there's been asphalting going on through the town, and we're just trying to kind of coordinate it with Balco. So we're getting kind of late notice, so I haven't been able to get it out there like we would typically say, that we're going to have some interruptions, but it's a temporary inconvenience for the betterment of the town. So so they finished, they were asphalting behind on Water Street East. So they finished that. So now they're gonna move and do Duke of Kent Street. So between Featherbed Alley and Governor's Alley. So that little strip, because the Belco had to do some stuff, and then that road was looking a bit kind of rough. So I had some negotiations, and we said, okay, now since you're doing this for Belco, you can extend it a little bit and try and improve that road. So they're going to do that tomorrow. So there will be cones. People coming out of Featherbed Alley will still be able to do so. And then if people are trying to get to Governor's Alley, they can go up Queen Street, come through, I guess, St. George's Prep and come around that way. The challenge would be if you're trying to go up Blockade Alley to Shinburn Alley. So I guess we have to just play that by ear, because I'm not quite sure like which direction they're starting from. So it may or may not be an issue, but that's, I think our general message as a united front is temporary inconvenience for the long-term betterment. And then on Monday, they're going to do outside on York Street, outside of the by Summers Gardens, because like the asphalt right there, we've kind of done it quite a few times. And when the bus stops at the bus stop outside of Summers Gardens, it just kind of makes it ripple all up again. So since they're in the town, we're going to get them to kind of lay it so that it becomes a more permanent solution. So there's the other two areas. So that will be on Monday, and I'll put out a notice tomorrow. It's just that I got the information late this afternoon, so I didn't have the opportunity to put it out there. So that's it. Sorry.
All right. Thank you very, very much. Does anyone wish to propose that we adjourn the public segment of this meeting?
I'll propose.
Second. I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the ayes have it. Thank you very much, folks listening at home. Thank you for listening in. Typically, I don't know if you're aware, we've mentioned it previously, but if you wish to have, or if you have any questions, you can forward them in advance of the General Council to the corporation office, reception at St. George.bm. Sorry, reception at St. George.bm, or you can call the corporation office 2971532. Additionally, you can also go into our website and fill out the section there as well. under information. And if you have any questions, you can place your questions there, and then we can provide answers for you. And if need be, we can answer these questions in the general council for you as needed. So that avenue is available to you. So you're welcome to use it. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Have a good evening. Stay safe.
One-hour parking in marked bays. No heavy trucks are allowed in King Square between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. There is no parking on Water Street. These are not parking bays. This brickwork delineates sidewalks and pedestrian areas. For parking longer than an hour, you can utilize the Market Wharf and Pennos parking areas. There is no parking on the Ordnance Island Bridge.